Hey, welcome to ZooBricks. My name is Maxine and I'm trying to build the world's largest Lego zoo. And in today's video, we're going to be building a castle to put on the hill at the entrance of the zoo because it desperately needs it. And I've got the perfect castle for it, and that is the Bricklink designer series, Mountain Fortress, designed by Sleeplessnight. So this was released literally a matter of months ago, and I think it's going to be the perfect fit for the front of the zoo. This Mountain Fortress is a little bit special. The back of it opens up, so it actually is flat when you open it up, but it bends in the middle, so it creates a full-on castle shape. So I'm quite interested to see what it looks like when it's just one flat castle, because the bend is around here somewhere, so that should fold around the back, so the castle's only quite pointy. So I think it'll fit really nicely on our zoo hill. So I'm gonna do you guys a massive favor by building it in a matter of minutes. So let's cue the montage. So when you get a Bricklink set, especially one like this, it doesn't actually come with instructions. It actually just comes with this little leaflet inside of the box. And on it is the QR code to the Lego Builder app. And I was today years old when I discovered the Lego Builder app. Let me show you. So you do need a little bit of Wi-Fi to be able to use the app. What you can do is you can scan a QR code, or in this case, I'm just going to type in the set number. Here we go. Mountain Fortress comes up, and I cannot believe it has taken me this long to realize that this app exists. If you haven't tried it already, then you definitely need to. So what it does is it shows you the entire build. You actually have the ability to turn it around and actually look at all aspects of it. You have a little look down here and it shows you this is the very beginning step. So we need to open the bag, and it's a bit gamified. Open the bag and have these extra parts and hit next. And then you can actually, as you're building it, look underneath and around and zoom in and zoom out as well. And it literally takes you step by step. You can have this on the side, which shows you the pieces that you're going to need for the step, or you can just get rid of it and just look, because it actually highlights them and kind of makes them very apparent of what's happening next. So I mean, this is just super cool. So you can literally just flick through it like this. But we can close that out. That shows you whereabouts in the build that piece is. You can zoom this part along the tracker. So say you started building yesterday and you need to pick it up again today, because I did this in about 3 different sessions. It kind of goes bag by bag down here. It lists all of the bags down here, 1 to 23, and you can choose exactly where you're up to, which is incredible. So if you haven't done this already, you definitely need to look into this. Okie doke, here we are. Let's have a quick look at the finished product of the Mountain Fortress here. You do get 9 minifigures with it. I know there's only 8 out here, but I built a guy into the dungeon and I can't get him out without disassembling the castle. So guess what? Dungeon guy is staying in the dungeon. But you do get a nice range of minifigures other than the dungeon guy, the prisoner. Some pretty cool knights, a nice horse figurine. What's pretty cool is I think they've used recycled plastic on this guy's helmet, which is nice to see. However, it does make it very, very flimsy. It keeps flying off. But it's still cool that they're trying to use recycled materials or natural materials. I just want to show you some of the features of this build before I go putting it into position in the zoo, because obviously once it's in the position of the zoo, it's not going to be in this format. It is actually built in such a way that's obviously got playability. This is in the playability mode, which is when it's like folded out. So this is the front end view that you get. And this is the view of all of the different rooms. So there's all kinds of stuff going on. You've got like the stables down here, which is obviously where the horse lives. There's like a kitchen up here. There's like a bedroom up here, which that comes off and you can see inside of there. You got all kinds of stuff, and there's steps going up inside. There's a dungeon in the prison down there, which I built a minifigure into that I can't get out now, but you can probably take it apart, but I'm not really bothered. So the prisoner is staying. And there's lots of really, really cool playability functionality. I just want to show you some of those bits, because if you're considering of buying one, then obviously then you can get a little bit of a better look. Obviously this is part of the Bricklink designer series, which is a kind of limited run of sets that happens like twice a year. You've missed out on the opportunity to buy this directly from Lego, but you can obviously still get it secondhand on eBay and other kind of marketplaces, and Bricklink, of course. So if you were looking at getting one, then you can obviously get them from those different places, but you can't buy it directly from Lego. And obviously, yes, the box does look very different. That's because it's got Bricklink on it, and often people ask, is it actually Lego? Yes, it is Lego endorsed. It's just part of a fan program, which basically means that it didn't quite make it through the Lego Ideas part of the Lego website. So Bricklink set up this other kind of website where people can actually vote for sets that they want to see get produced. This is one of those ones. So there's a couple of different kind of winches that have been included in this, so you can actually kind of winch up the drawbridge and drop it back down. We've got another one down here which actually lifts the kind of iron gate underneath the main bit here as well. So those are some quite cool little things, and obviously I think you can lift up these roofs in different places and have a little look inside. And I've built it exactly how the instructions say, and that's including all of the snow and stuff. I am not convinced if I'm going to be leaving the snow or if I'm going to be taking all of the snow off and making it like it's in a temperate climate. I'm not sure yet. But I wanted to build it exactly as the instructions showed, just so that you could see what it looks like. So in a nutshell, I am going to be displaying it like this. Okay, so some of you might have noticed that I've actually turned the Lego Zoo around, and that happened when I was doing kind of some new reclouding and resealing. I'm gonna put that in another video here pretty soon. So the zoo is actually in a different place now, which I think looks better, and it helps me get to it a little bit better. So the hill is now here, and the castle fits almost perfectly on it. So there's a little bit of play around it, and the actual shape of the base plate that the castle sits on complements the shape of this hill really, really nicely. And what's really cool as well is that the water that comes out the side of the castle almost lines up with the otter pond. So that would be a really cool bit to connect up, which I think would be easy enough. I think the only thing that I would really like to do is add a little bit more height to it. Obviously get rid of all the snow, especially around the base, because it just doesn't match the rest of this at all. I'm not sure if I'll leave the white bits on the top, maybe because it's slightly higher altitude, it might actually look okay. But certainly get rid of it around the base and see how well it fits in. So it's a little bit tricky from a visitor point of view, because obviously I'd really like to bring visitors up here and up here. So maybe I'll end up taking like this bit out so the visitors can get access through there. There is obviously the big drawbridge gate here, which is kind of hanging out next to Fortnite Llama, Loot Llama, shall I call him. So we could potentially bring visitors through here. It's just a little bit tricky because obviously the car park is here. So I'm not really sure how that's going to work. The idea with this is that it will be connected to like a bit of a medieval kind of rounded seating area so that we can do bird of prey displays. And I don't know if I should build this hill out a little bit more, step it down, and this bird of prey green can be here. Because obviously now that the car park is here, I've actually got all of this space over here that can be zoo. Because the perimeter fence is over here. So technically all of this is within the zoo boundaries, which gives us more space to play with. And obviously out the back of there, if you don't recognize it, we've got the otters. That's the new red panda enclosure, which I'll give you an update on soon. And the goats is over there in the gift shop and that. So, I mean, I think it looks awesome on the hill. It's very disconnected because of the snow. So I think what I'm going to do is get rid of all the snow, maybe build it up a little bit. It's obviously going to be separate because it'd be nice to be able to take this places. So I'm going to leave it so it can be removed and try and figure out a way of how I can get visitors to it. But anyways, that's all I've got for today. That took me a very long time to build that castle. It is the summer holidays at the real life zoo, which means that it is super duper busy. So I've been doing this in my spare time as and when I can, so I do apologize for the lack of update. But yeah, it's been a really fun build, and if you were humming and hawing about getting this mountain fortress, then I definitely recommend it. It's a really nice build, especially for like castles and stuff, and I think it looks awesome in the zoo. Look out very soon for some more videos that I've got coming out, all about how to make fluffy clouds for your Lego room and what I did to make the ceiling look like this. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about the castle. And if you haven't done already, please do remember to subscribe to this channel and like this video. And I'll see you very soon.